Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. What's going on, everybody? It's Coach Gary, and I'm here tonight. Alright, I know, as you guys can see up on my screen right over here, tonight we've got the Liberty Flame. Got a Liberty Flame and the Las Vegas Aces from the WNBA. I know nobody watches WNBA, but hey, I'm going to do some streaming here. You know, try to drum up some interest in the WNBA. Hey, it's basketball. You know what I'm saying? And some things I've been looking at and watching. I'm wanting to see, is there something that the WNBA does better than the NBA? And the only thing I can think of right now is free throw shooting, which is very important. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that near the end of the game to see, you know, just to see if the percentages for the ladies are a little bit higher than they are for the guys. You know, so hey, you know, you guys might not be that interested in what's going on here with the WNBA, but you know, let's give it a chance. If you show up here, thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment. I'm gonna try to have the sound up a little bit, playing a little bit of music in the background, because the WNBA, boy, I tell you what, they love to play background music from different artists in the stadium or in the arena, and you know, that can cause me to get a copyright claim. It will cause me to get a copyright claim. So I'll be turning the crowd, the volume up and down as we go. All right, these are the top two teams as far as record-wise goes in the WNBA. The New York Liberty 10-3, Las Vegas Aces are 13-1. With that said, you would think these are where the top players are, all right? And I'm gonna take for granted. I'm gonna go forward and say, yeah, this is where the top players are. I will tell you this, definitely, this Las Vegas Aces team, good move. Good move by Stewart. I tell you what, that Las Vegas group is stacked. You know what I'm saying? For WNBA talent, they are stacked. They got several girls. They've got Plum, Kelsey. I think it's Kelsey Plum and not Chelsea Plum, but Plum. They got Chelsea Gray. They've got Parker. There is also another. Oh, that team also had Liz Cambrick, I think is her last name, but Liz, she's unfortunately moved on to bigger and better things, if you will. Haven't checked her out yet, but I'm sure she's probably doing pretty well where she went. For those who know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know where Liz is now, just look her up, and you can see, boy, that's a lot of woman, boy. Tell you that. I haven't checked her out. Haven't checked it out. Not gonna check it out, but you know, if she wasn't doing well in what she decided to do, I think she would come back, and she'd definitely be able to make it. I mean, with her height, with her size, and her skill, she'd be able to get back. I don't know if the Aces would bring her back, but boy, to have that much talent on the same team, they should be good. All right, so let's see what happens tonight. Right now, the Las Vegas Aces are in the lead, 37-30. We got a little break going on right here. Here's the score breakdown. Laney, this is for the New York Flame. Laney, 3 points. Stewart, that's the big lady who just hit the layup, 12 points. Jones has 6. Vandersloot, I know you've heard that name before. She only has 2 right now. And I don't know exactly how to pronounce that final name there. I'm gonna say Loneskew. That it looks like Loneskew. All right. If somebody knows the actual pronunciation, let me know. But she has 2. Off the bench, you have Johannes with 4 and Thornton with 1. For the Aces, Parker has 3 points. Asia Wilson, Wilson, she's good. There she is, right there. She's out. I mean, that's how much talent they have on that team. Gray, 7 points. Plum, 15. Young, 5. And off the bench, you got Clark with 4 and Stokes with 2. All right, let's get back to the game. All right, like I said, usually I get little to no views doing the WNBA, but for those who decide to come through, I appreciate it. Do me a favor and hit that like button. The last time I did a stream, what was it, like 3 or 4 days ago? It was the Aces versus can't really remember who it was. It's on the thumbnail on my channel, but the Aces won well, I can't say with no problem. The team they were playing kept fighting. It was the Fever. Actually, it was the Fever. Fever actually is at the bottom of the league, but they gave the Aces all they wanted. They never gave up. Another shot clock violation caused by the Aces, and that's what the Aces do. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I was saying so much. Oh, but yeah, thank you anyone that comes and shows up. I appreciate it. I know it's late at night on a Thursday. Most people would rather be or are in the bed instead of watching the game or watching me. Some people may be watching the game, not watching me. One thing I thought that was kind of peculiar was these are the top 2 teams, and I know WNBA is trying to make money. We hear all the time that they don't get a lot of revenue. You know, they've been going on 20 years strong, and they've lost money. They haven't gained a profit yet, being subsidized by the NBA. With that said, you would think that they would put a game like this, the top 2 teams, that they would put a game like this on national television. No, I had to find this one on Prime Video. So this is on Prime Video. Sure, it doesn't take anything to go and turn to Prime or whatever, and good pass. And watch the game. But if it was on national television, people wouldn't have to work to go watch it. And I mean, this is the best that the WNBA has to offer. So why would you not have this on national television to gain a little bit of notoriety, to get people to watch? I think that's what I think. But who am I? I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I would think you put this on national television. I know with Prime they probably make a little bit more revenue, but I think if you would put it's on national television, everybody got to see, like like this Aces team with all the talent they have. Good shot right there by Parker. And then a lot of people, now some people that look at, you know, what ESPN News or whatever it is, I think that's where Parker works. But you know, some of them might look at that and say, hey, that's the lady that's on the sports network. And I'm like, yeah, that's her. That's her. That's what she does off season. During the season, she's still in the WNBA. But yeah, I mean, that's what I would do. And I guess I'm coming from a place too where it's like, hey, I'm trying to do a stream. I'm looking for this game, and all I can find is the Phoenix. You know, they've got that on national television. They have the two teams in the WNBA with the worst record. They have that on national television. That's on national. Yeah, that's on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't get it. I don't quite understand. Like, I put my best talent out there, so everybody gets a chance to look. Oh, look at that Kelsey Plum. She could light it up. Look at Big Asia. Yeah, that's the one that turned down. I can't say turned down. Is his name Clark? It was an NBA player that asked her, like, when's your next game? And she was like, leave me alone. We're good over here. Like, I don't know what the deal was with that, but like, why? That's another discussion. But these ladies they're proud of what they do. Nice pass under the basket right there. That layup was good by Thornton. Pass by Vandersloot. All right, Gray gets that over to Plum. Plum drives, kicks it. Gray at the elbow. Jumper is good. She can shoot. Vandersloot brings the ball down the court. Gets it to Stewart and goes back door. Right hand layup on the left side is good. All right, see that type of music right there? I got to turn that down a little bit. And for those who watch, you know, as I can, I will change my score. But the actual score is up here. The running score. I am in the process of getting a streaming deck. All right, that's what I'm doing with all my super chats, which I don't get many of. But so I'm doing all of that. I'm getting a streaming deck so I can be a little bit more flavor to my streams, and plan on having that set and ready to go right before the NFL season kicks off, which will not be long from here. Stewart dribbling. Gets the cutting number 44. That'll be Laney. And Gray is called for the foul. So that's Chelsea Gray. And then you got Kelsey Plum. Two people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment in the chat. Vandersloot shot is off, but rebound by big number 35. That's Jones, my cousin. Great. Oh, gets a cutting. Is that Parker? Gray hits a cutting Parker. So I'm telling you, the Aces team is not a bad team to watch. Vandersloot misses. Stewart gets it. Thought about a three. Steps inside. Hits a short jumper. And Hammond, Coach Hammond has to call a timeout. And here's our score right now, 40-49. Number 49, the best number in the world. If you know, you know.
Asia Wilson could get 15 rebounds a game. As we see Chelsea Gray with the back door. But what can help Asia get more rebounds?
All right, let's see if anybody is in foul trouble for either team. As we stay here with the timeout. All right, personal fouls. Jones has 2, and Lone Skew. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say the pronunciation of that is. Yeah, that's an I. No, actually, that is not an I. It could be an I, but it maybe it's not. I don't know. What is that? Ion Skew? One Skew? I don't know. Is the L silent? Somebody will pronounce that name here shortly. She is number 20. All right, so there's really nobody in foul trouble for the Flame, and for LA, for Los Angeles, nobody's in foul trouble. Young has 2. Leading scorers for the Flame would be Kelsey Plum. No, my bad. For the Aces will be Kelsey Plum, and for the Flame, Stewart. The WNBA is going to have their All-Star game here soon, and so we may be streaming that. See, I can't play that. I can't. The sound's got to be down a little bit. Plum drives. She goes baseline, turns around, loses the ball. It's stripped. Vandersloot on the right side of the court brings it down. Now she decides to set it up with 12 seconds before halftime. 8. Sloot goes off. She gets it to Stewart. Stewart gets to the lane, kicks it to Vandersloot. Vandersloot tries to get between 2 individuals. Can't do it. A foul was called, and Plum is upset. He got her on the arm, Plum. Sloot on the free throw line with 1.2 seconds left. Makes the first. And like I said, we're going to go to the free throw. We're going to go to the free throw, the team stats, and see what the actual free throw shooting is. Long pass, out of bounds. New York has another chance to score before halftime. It is 42 to 49. And since nobody touched it, they get to take the ball out under their basket. Anderson, excuse me, that's Stewart, can't hit it. And so we have halftime, ladies and gentlemen, for a few people that have stopped by in the stream. Thank you all. For those, I'm going to say I probably had about 5 views. For all the 5 views, 4. I was good. 4 people that stopped by. Thank you guys for stopping by. And so since we have a halftime, let me do a little bit of housekeeping. And then I'll be right back. I'm really not going anywhere, but do a little housekeeping. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the team stats. As you see right here, the field goal percentage for both teams, not bad. You would expect that also from the top two teams or two of the top two teams, if not the top two teams in the league. New York Liberty. The New York Liberty are 10-3, 5-1 away from home. Los Angeles Aces are 13-1, only lost one game. They're 7-0 at home, and they are playing at home. So, you would expect that to give them home court advantage. But look at the field goal percentage. The New York Liberty are shooting 51.4 from the field, and the Aces 60%. That's darn good for both teams. 3-point shooting. Liberty 2 of 8 for 25%, and the Aces are 4 of 8 for 50%. Free throw shooting. The Liberty have only missed one. They are 4 of 5 for 80%. The Aces are 100% at halftime. Now, this is what I was talking about. This is one of the things that I was alluding to, something to at least keep my mind interested in what's going on the court. Look at some of these stats and see how they compare to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like the WNBA players will definitely tell you there's some things that they do better than the NBA players, right? They're both pros, and maybe they might say that they have better shooting percentage, which kind of hard to believe. I actually, at the beginning, when I was around when they first started the WNBA 20-some years ago, I thought it was a good thing for the women, and they sort of had a slight point. It was like, hey, since the men focus a lot on the layups and the dunking, stuff like that, that the females have a better jump shot. And just listening to that and using a little common sense, you would say maybe, but not common sense reasoning. You might say maybe because of that reason. They probably could. They're pros. They've never dunked. Some of them never tried to dunk. They don't try to do too much craziness with the ball because they can't stay in the air that long. So what do? They focus on ball handling skills and shooting. So with that reasoning, maybe the WNBA would have better shooters. I still don't think that their outside shooting is better than the guys. It's not. I don't think so. We put it all together. Their top shooters with, the WNBA top shooters with the NBA top shooters. The NBA shooters are going to outdo them, all right, at their own game. All right, so, but here's the big equalizer. Maybe free throws will be a little bit different. Maybe the free throws can be the WNBA's claim to fame. All right, yeah, everybody comes to the game to watch the high flyers and the 3-point shooters and stuff like that. The fancy passes, but maybe the WNBA can say, hey, we are better free throw shooters. Hey, me as a coach with an upcoming season with basketball, girls and guys, free throws are very important to me. I coach middle school, so free throws are free points. Free points. You don't know how many times I can go back to a bunch of my books and stuff like that. Even though we practice free throws, I can tell some of these young kids, look at this game right here where we went to the line 15 times and we lost by 10. We went to the line 15 times, we hit 3 or 4 free throws, lost by 10. That's a win, right? Several times I can go to that. So free throws are very important. So I'm not just saying that, for people to look at that and say, oh, that's just free throws. They should outdo the NBA in free throws. No, they shouldn't. If guys have more skill, if guys have more skill in this game, they should be hitting free throws better than the WNBA, better than the females. That's how I see it. I can't stand I can't stand college guys and professional basketball players who can't hit their free throws. That's a free throw. That is the only thing that I could go up against a NBA player and have confidence that I can outdo them in. Like I can't out dribble an NBA player. I can't outshoot an NBA player. Not from the 3-point, not from their 3-point line, and probably not from anywhere else unless I'm just hot and I have a good game going on, which are far and few between now because I'm old and my legs are gone. But I can stand at that free throw line and I will feel confident about going against anybody in the NBA. And I think everybody should feel confident when they step up to the free throw line. So yeah, we're gonna see if these girls. We're gonna look at this percentage later on to see if the WNBA's percentages look better than the NBA percentages. And I'm just doing all this talking because it's halftime. People don't leave. But anyway, I don't care if you do leave. Yeah, so that's one thing I'm interested in seeing. All right, rebounding. That edge goes to New York, 42-49. Assists, 13-16. Should the WNBA have more assists than the NBA? I think you see more ball movement in the WNBA than you do in the NBA. Right? However, I will say that most of the teams that were in the playoffs, they had good ball movement. All right, so you got 13-16 as far as assists go. The Aces leading in that statistical category. Total turnovers, wow, Liberty have 8 to Las Vegas 5, and that right there tells the story right there for that 7-point lead. Points in the paint, slight edge goes to Las Vegas, 30-28, and the largest lead is Wnba, Las Vegas by 13. All right, we'll be back to live action here shortly. The teams are warming up again for the second half. So here's what the scores look like. Laney, and this is for the New York Liberty. Laney with 3 points. Stewart, 14. Jones is 10. Vandersloot with 6. And this young lady's name, who I cannot pronounce right now, Ionis. I don't know. Kelsey has perfect teeth. All right, Thornton, 3 points, and Johannes 4 for Las Vegas. Candace Parker with 8 points. Asia Wilson with 4. Chelsea Gray with 9. Kelsey Plum with 15, and Jay Young with 7. Look at that first 4 for the Aces. All of those ladies could be on the All-Star team, and probably are on the All-Star team. You know, who knows? Parker might make it. She may not. Parker, Asia Wilson. I think she is like the captain. She's one of the captains. Yeah, she is, because the other captain is Stewart for the Flame. Chelsea Gray. Definitely, she was the MVP last year. She's definitely going to be an All-Star. Plum does I've only watched these teams play twice, but she's the leading scorer for the Aces. So that their starting 4 are probably going to be All-Stars. That makes up a good. That's why they are one reason why they're 13-1. Dang, who drafted who drafted these players? Who's the general manager? They did a great job. And then they got Candace Parker too. All right, getting ready for the second half. I've always thought that guy had a weird looking haircut. At least he's got hair. So he's doing better than me. All right, we're back. Like I said, I'm going to have a little music playing in the background so it drowns out the music that they've got constantly playing for the WNBA in their background, so I don't get a copyright claim. All right, Stewart drives. She kicks it to Vandersloot. Vandersloot. Vandersloot finds Laney in the corner, and it's another shot clock violation.
You can't figure that once you've made run rotation, your job is done. You got to continue to pursue. What's your next assignment going to be?
I wonder who Laney played for. We'll check it out next time we have a dead ball. 42-49. Third quarter just started. Chelsea Gray brings it down behind the back. She goes being guarded by Laney. Candace Parker with the ball up top. She gets it down to, who's this, Clark? No, that's Young. Gets it down to Young. Oh, by the way, thank you guys for 1,500 subscribers and more. Young gets it in to Gray. Gray to Parker. Parker's looking down. Gets that to Young. Young crossover dribble. She's being double teamed. Almost loses it. Finds Parker under the basket. How'd she get there? Doesn't matter. Young found her. Layup is good. Stewart brings it down. Picks up her dribble. 3-point basket by Laney is no good. Rebound by Candace Parker. Candace brings it down. Stops behind the 3-point line. Goes between her legs. Spin move. Fall away jumper. No good. Rebound by Plum. Plum drives. Jump stop is good. Left hand layup by Gray. Excuse me, that layup was by Asia Wilson. Fall away jumper is no good by Jones. Rebound. Gray comes out of there with it. Number 12. She's on the left side of the court. Oh, nice cut by Candace Parker and no look pass by Chelsea Gray, and the Las Vegas Aces have come out of halftime and blown this thing back open. We're looking at a scoreless New York Flame. They don't know what hit them. Wow. Nice pass. Chelsea can pass it. Look at that. No look. It's just a no look. And that's what you get when you play with someone long enough to know what they're going to do. That you know they're going to see you if you cut. Chelsea Gray doing her best Joker rendition. Yeah, they had their hands down. Just had a discussion in summer workouts with guys in the basketball team. Boy, I tell you what, middle schools are hard-headed. You can tell them certain things and then explain to them why they need to do it, and then you'll be like, okay, let's get back into the game situation. And they'll do it the exact same thing that they've been doing wrong. They just continue. You have to blow the whistle and stop again and say, hey, guys, I just told you to get your hands up. And why?
Chelsea Gray's mom, she's in the house. That's Vicky in the hot pink. Some of their fans and friends sitting courtside.
All right, pass down to Stewart. It is blocked and saved. Parker with a dime pass down to big number 22, and that is Asia Wilson. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Aces are showing why they are 13-1 and 7-0 at home. Vandersloot picks up the dribble, gets that back out to Stewart. Stewart long three. That's off. Rebound. Parker. Parker filling it. Finds Asia. Back out to Young for three. And ladies and gentlemen, the Aces the Aces have moved back up. I'm talking this is 18 points. And there's nothing right now that the Flame can do. Ball kicked out of bounds by Gray.
Your next assignment, not giving up on a play. Jackie Young saves it in bounds. Candace Parker keeps it, and Asia Wilson is out for the races. Gets the finish.
Uses the highest grade and sticks it. That starts an 11-0 run to start this third quarter for the Aces.
And the confidence Sandy Brondello has in her New York Liberty team. Not to call timeout during that run, but collective problem solve.
All right, it was a mad run right there by the Aces. Let's see if the Liberty Flame can get back into it. Come to the basket. What are you doing? Long three. That's good by Jones.
She was 1 for 2 in Atlanta, Connecticut the other evening.
And she's a 40% three-point shooter.
They give that shot to Gray. They back off of her, and she sinks it. You can't let Gray, not the MVP of the league, shoot an open shot. Vandersloot can't connect with the three. Plum gets that to Parker. Parker finds Asia. She's fouled on the play.
Asia picking up her 63rd career double-double, but 3 in a row for her. She gets the free throws to go. And Wilson with 10 points.
All right, as you can see, my screen's a little bit ahead of what's on television if you're watching the game. Laney misses. Rebound. Nescu probably traveled. It wasn't called. Oh, that's it. Nescu. All right, so we got a shot off 50-64. It's back down to 14. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Liberty and Eskew picks up the dribble. Stewart pulls up at the free throw line. Off balance rebound by Jones, but a foul is going to be called. So it's her name. Ionescu. Maybe that's how you say it. Ionescu. Okay, that's how we're gonna say it. Ionescu. All right, got a break in the action. Whew. Break in the action. As you can see, there's your score right there, 50-64. The Aces came out of halftime and just took over the lead Well, they had the lead, but they stretched their lead with a nice little run there, nice passes, nice shooting, nice movement of the ball. So, you know, that might even warrant look at the team stats again. And there's a bit of a change. There's a bit of a change. The New York Liberty have dropped to 46.7% from the field. They were at 50, and the Las Vegas Aces have raised their shooting percentage from 60 to 61.4. Nobody is killing it at the three-point line, but the Aces are 5 of 11 for 45.5%, whereas the New York Liberty are 4 of 14 for 28%. But there's a little difference right there between the NBA and the WNBA. You would think, or I would think, that the WNBA would take more three-point shots, but at this moment right now, you know, that right there, that's low for an NBA team. But anyway, this is the WNBA. So the Liberty have shot 14 threes. The Aces have only shot 11. Free throw shooting. Both teams still steady. The Flame are 80%. They are 4 or 5. Haven't been to the free throw line since halftime. The Las Vegas Aces are 100%. They are 5 of 5. Can they hold it at 100%? I don't know. I feel more confident with the WNBA than I do the NBA at staying at 100% the whole game. Let's see what happens. Rebounding now goes to the Liberty Flame, 21-17. There's your assist. Now LA or the Las Vegas, they have 21 to Liberty's 14. And let's see about the turnovers. Both teams have turned the ball over once since halftime. So New York 9 to Las Vegas's 5 turnovers. So let's get back to the action. A 14-point lead right now. Boy, see, they like to play music the whole time. All right, the Flame get this ball. They're running out of bounds play, and Stewart is fouled. I don't know if that was Young or Wilson.
She got snubbed last year. I don't think she's ever going to forget that.
No, bring the chip. Show them why. She's been in the starter as well as Wilson, Jackie Young. Jackie talked about watching the WNBA when she was growing up and dreaming of being an all-star.
Now she's a starter twice, 2 years in a row.
Really something. Brianna Stewart is a captain as well. She and Asia, I love watching the draft. It's a blast watching those two try to figure out
Brianna Stewart. Just the first free throw.
On Saturday on ABC during the Aces Connecticut game, who the reserves of Card.
All right, so the All-Star game is Saturday. We'll see about it. Stewart misses, gets her own rebound, throws it up, can't hit it. Jones with the rebound. She's fouled on the play.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. You're going to be here. You're calling the game on ABC.
All right, so you got all the All-Stars right there. Is that all of them? That's some of them. That can't be all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brittany Griner in the mix.
Okay, here's my question. How is Alyssa Thomas not a starter on the All-Star?
Are those the starters? All right, so then I start talking noise about the WNBA and their free throw shooting, and they start to let me down. And they let me down bad. Jones misses 2. How dare she? That's three free throws that the Flame have missed right there. Man, that give and go is killing them. Young with a layup. Vandersloot brings it down for the Flame. She gets deep into the lane, throws it up for Jones. It's a turnover. Young comes out of there with it. Young dribbling with her head up, slows it down, and she pulls her three off the mark. Rebound. Ionescu gets it to Stewart. She almost travels. Tries to throw it to Vandersloot. Turnover. Chelsea Gray with it. Thought about passing it. No look pass to Asia Wilson. Layup is good. All you got to do is move, and Chelsea Gray will hit you with that pass. Vandersloot, love that name, picks up her dribble. Gets it to Stewart. Stewart trying to get it to Jones. Jones loses it. Asia Wilson with the rebound, and she's fouled by Jones. Frustration foul. Wow, all you gotta do is just keep moving.
Chelsea Gray, you better work.
That's a couple of times now that Jungle Jones is going to go take a seat. Aces players have gotten out in front of her and kind of beaten her down. This third quarter, the tempo has picked up, and I think Las Vegas is winning that battle.
Las Vegas at home, undefeated. And looks like Plum is at the line by herself. Gonna be a technical foul, I guess. Jones goes to the bench.
So Jones will have to take a seat with the four personals.
The pace of play. Has it been to the advantage of the Aces? You talk about New York having to play every other day.
All right, 51 to 69. Plum brings the ball down. She goes to her left side. Crossover dribble. Gets it to Young. Young dribbling. I guess a foul is going to be called.
Same time zone, back home again for 5 in a row. And they'll have to hit the road.
51-69 is the score, 3 minutes. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. In the WNBA, there's 10-minute quarters, if I'm not mistaken. Las Vegas takes it out. They get it to Asia Wilson now. To Young. Young, crossover dribble. Still dribbling. Gets it over to Asia. Asia. Finds Parker. Parker ends up, that is not Parker. Who is that? Number 41. Stokes. Stokes in the game for Parker. The Wings. Who the heck are the Wings? I know all the rest of the teams there. The Suns, the Aces, the Lynx, and the Mercury. Mercury at the very bottom of the conference. All right, Stokes steps up to the line. Stokes strokes it. Does not hit it. Come on, ladies, y'all let me down with these free throws. Trying to talk good about you guys, and now you're missing the free throws. Stokes with those broad shoulders on the line. Follow through is good. All right, this is Prince. Gets it to Stewart. Now to the corner. I think this is Vandersloot. Dribbling, picks up her dribble. They throw it down to Stewart. Stewart, no look pass, bounce pass to Jones. No, that's not Jones. Thornton. That was Thornton that received the pass but could not handle it. Did not finish. The score is now 70, coach. 70 to 51. The Liberty has settled down and started to play just a little defense, but that run right out of halftime by the Aces has put them up big. Stewart can't finish. Rebound. Ball goes to Young. She shoots a three, and that three is good. Tell you what, that young lady right there, that young lady right there, she's not bad. She's not bad. I don't know if she's going to be on the All-Star team, but she definitely is not bad. Those first four contestants for the Aces, they're all there. That is, they have a All-Star starting team. The first four people, first four ladies.
Offense you need, because number 0 in black is money from the three-point line.
She has such a quiet disposition about herself, but there is a confidence that we have
So
seen.
it's 73.
Is just remarkable. And I remember talking, and she said, you know, there were times when I could have been wide open and wouldn't even thought about taking a three. And I just think, how did that mind shift right there? Because there's no doubt she didn't even question taking that one.
Over the last 2 seasons, she has shot 45%
Jackie Young.
from the three-point line. Her percentage this year is up, and
Points. New York. Laney has 3. Stewart 15. Jones 13. She has 4 fouls. Also, I forgot her name. Ionis Q. She has 4 fouls also, with 7 points for the Los Angeles Aces. Candace Parker 12 points. Asia Wilson 13. Chelsea Gray 11 points. Kelsey Plum 16 and Young 15. Wow. How do you beat a team like that?
Sure will. There you saw second-year assistant Tyler Marsh. Let's see if New York can stop the bleeding here with just a little over 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Stewart. Another turnover. Young breaks it down. Wants to kick it out. Inescu. That's her name, Inescu. First turnover I've seen in a while there by the Aces. So 2 turnovers back to back right there. One by the Flame, and then the Aces give it right back. Oh, are you serious? Come on, coach. Am I frozen? I'm frozen. Wow.
Production off the turnovers. Defense creating offense for them.
You can't be frozen with 8 views. Let's see if I can transition.
7 points.
Testing 1, 2. Right. Right. Seems like I'm decent right here now.
She reminds her of Money Ginobili, if you know the Spurs superstar for many years.
Plum shoots that. She can't hit it. Ball is saved by Asia Wilson. Plum still with the ball right now. She finds Young. Young shoots a jumper. It's short. Rebound. Aces again. Plum kicks that to Clark. Clark with the 3. It's off the mark. Another rebound by the Aces. That's 4 shots. They got to score 1. Ball swung over to Clark again for 3. This time, it's good. With 46 seconds left on the clock. You can't let a professional team shoot 3 or 4 times at their basket. They're definitely going to score. Stewart being double teamed. She's being harassed. You got to shoot that, Vandersloot. Vandersloot gets to the free throw line, step through. I always think that's a travel, but it is never called.
When your team is in a panic, helter-skelter, you've got the calmness of Courtney Vandersloot.
Yeah, she is the calming factor.
Courtney Vandersloot scores 2. Crossover by Plum. They get it to Clark. Same spot. She can't finish this time. All right, that's 4. Excuse me, that is 3 quarters in the bag, ladies and gentlemen. Asia saves the first one. Clark swings it. Finally, they get it back to Clark, and she scores. Got a box out. 20-point lead, like right there, ladies and gentlemen. 56-76. Thank you, whoever you are in the chat. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's see. I'm gonna keep doing the WNBA until I get a group in here. Till I get a group in here. All right, let's see, Coach. Let's see how many views. 9 views. Yeah, 3 likes. Hey, I can deal with that. 3 likes. You know what I'm saying? I know we only got 9 views. What's it going on? Like 12 o'clock. Hey, that's okay. 12 o'clock is a WNBA game. You know, you don't get a lot of people watching anyway, but we got a few people stopping by. So I can't complain. 3 people in the chat. What's going on, Andrew? What's up, Andrew? Andrew in the house. Stop by. Put one little line over there in the chat box. I appreciate you, man. The last time I did WNBA stream, I think there were 3 comments in the chat. All right, so if I get 3 more comments in the chat, that means things are getting better. What's going on, dude? Andrew probably getting off work or whatever. Stop by to see the old coach. Appreciate you, man. All right, we got one more quarter here. Let's look at the top 3 scores for both teams and check out their foul trouble, if they're in any foul trouble, and rebounds. Laney, 3 points. Stewart, and this is for the Flames. Stewart has 15 points and 5 rebounds. Jones, 13 points. She has 5 rebounds, but four fouls. Vandersloot, 8, 1 personal foul, and 2 rebounds. Ionescu, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, but she also has 4 fouls. Thornton, 3, and Johannes, 7. For the Las Vegas Aces, Candace Parker, 12 points. She has only 1 personal foul. Come on, Candace, you got to play some more well, I guess you don't have to play defense when your team has a big lead like this. She has 5 rebounds. Wilson, 12 points. Wilson, 12 points. She has 2 fouls. She has 2 rebounds. Chelsea Gray, 11 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. Plum, 16, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Young, 15 points. She does have 3 fouls, and she has 4 rebounds. And we're back. All right, 4th and final quarter of this WNBA game. I have to find an interesting reason to stream a game, and this one was because these are the top 2 teams in the league. But right now we're beginning to see who the top team is, and it's definitely the team that is full of these all-stars. Once again, how in the heck did they get all these girls on the same team? Fall-away jumper is no good by Ionescu. Parker comes out of there with it. She gets it to Gray. Gray pass into Parker, and Parker loses it out of bounds. She thought she got fouled.
Defender, but smart. See how she recognizes the defense rotates to her, and just that nice little pocket pass inside Stokes.
And so that's why the score is what it is right now. What's going on here? Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, here we go. Back at it. I appreciate you, Andrew. I appreciate you. That's why you got that blue wrench. Gray picks up her dribble, gets it to Parker. Parker knew it was going in. She was going down backing down the court before it went through. 56-80. 81 is the score. Yeah, Andrew, thanks for your support. Man, I'm telling you, since the last NBA game, viewership has gone way down. Well, that's because there's not a lot that's very interesting to stream for me. as far as the sports go, and that's what I do. But that's cool. I understand. But it won't be like that for long. We got the NBA Summer League coming up. That should be interesting for a lot of people, especially me and my Hornets. Want to see what they can do with the new draft. Oh, no look pass. Candace can't finish this one. Rebound Flame. Ionescu picks up her dribble. She gets it to Jones, and there is a whistle blown.
Just took a foul to give Parker time to get back. Good decision.
58-81. 8 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. Ionescu gets it in to Vandersloot. Vandersloot trying to force it down to Jones. Steal by Candace Parker. She gets it over there to Plum. Plum hesitates. Finds Parker. Parker turns down a 3. Skip pass. Great ball movement. Gray. Between the legs, lost her player. Shot it no good. Thank goodness for that young lady. It would have been on the highlight reel. Vandersloot all the way down to the baseline. Turns around and Jones. That is not Jones, excuse me. Wnba comes down the lane, and she is congratulated, or she is rewarded with a pass good for a layup. Plum drives the baseline, finds Stokes under the basket. Stokes puts it in with those broad shoulders. She's tall. 60-83 is your score. Vandersloot goes around the screen, pulls up at the elbow, can't hit it. Rebound. Stokes finds Plum on the right side. Plum brings it down. Clark already had her man posted up in the paint, and she was too small to stop it. Layup is good.
Timeout with 6:38 remaining in the ballgame.
Man, heck, okay, maybe like I said, I'm just a dude trying to watch basketball game like a dude. You know, I don't know the best matchups to put on television, but maybe looking at that, maybe looking at the two worst teams in the WNBA play would have been a little bit more interesting. And I'm not taking anything away from these two teams, you know, they've got the best records, but I thought it would be a little bit closer. I knew the last time I looked at, first and last time I watched the Aces play, that they had a special team, because, like I said, I've said it 2 times. They've got 4 of the best players in the the WNBA on one squad. How that happened, I have no idea.
There's still a lot of game play left. Yeah, they got to play Minnesota again, and Diamond Miller is back. The super rookie is having a phenomenal season. Before she got hurt and came back, what did she do? Give them a team, right?
And that is great to hear, though. Good to see Diamond Miller back.
All right, Flame with the ball. Number 10, that is Prince. Prince finds Stewart. 6 minutes, 23 seconds left in the game. Stewart at the line, all by herself. Must have been a defensive. All right, 3-second violation. Stewart gets the ball in. They find Ionescu. Another turnover. Plum brings it down. Finds Parker for three. Parker can't hit it. Rebound. Ionescu. Ionescu still handling the ball. Gets that pass over to Prince. Prince tries to hit Jones. I think that is Jones. Actually, that is Willoughby. Tries to hit Willoughby over the basket. No good. And the Las Vegas Aces turned into 2 points. Ionescu at the other end. She can't score. Rebound. Asia Wilson. But Asia Wilson is going to be called for the foul. Or maybe Gray. Five minutes, 33 seconds left. Asia Wilson is still explaining her position on the call. All right, so we got another timeout, and this is prime. This is prime videos. This is where I'm watching the game. If anybody is interested in finding it, top two teams in the league playing each other, and it's not on national television. So you wonder why nobody knows about the top the top WNBA basketball players. This is a chance, if you ask me, this is a chance for them to show what they got by this team, especially the Aces, and it's not on national television. Last game was, or at least on ESPN. I think this one should have been. What is going on with the other games? There's actually 2 games going on, but Minnesota and Seattle in a close one with 5 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. This one is on CBS. It is 79-81. Also, with 7 minutes and 2 seconds left, Indiana is trailing Phoenix 56-78. And these teams right here, they are teams that are struggling. In the Indiana Fever, which is the team that the Aces played the last time I streamed a WNBA game, they are 5-9, 4-5 away. And boy, they are struggling. They did not play terrible against the Aces. They kept fighting. Phoenix Mercury, this is a team that Brittany Griner plays for. They are 2-11, so they are actually at the very bottom of their conference. 2-11. They've only won 2 games. 2-11 right now with 6 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock. They are ahead of the Fever. 22 points. Maybe they got a win tonight. I think Taurasi, probably one of the oldest players in the WNBA, plays for the Phoenix. Bank shot is good. And we're going to give her that crossover by Plum. Left hand layup is good. Kelsey Plum. Ionescu dribbling. Doesn't have the greatest hands. She gets it down to the big. Gray being hounded. Asia Wilson to the basket. She is fouled. Number 8, that is Sabali. Or Sabali, I'm going to say Sabali. Sabali with the layup down at the other end, and she's called for a foul at this end. A lot of new faces out there for the Flame. With 4 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock, who knows, the coach may have thrown in the white flag. Prince, yeah, that's what I think it is. Bunch of new players coming in. For the Flame and now for the Aces. Asia Wilson at the free throw line. Hits them both. Still. Oh, I don't know her name, but she comes in, gets a steal, and misses layup number 1. That is Bell. Prince for New York with the ball, goes off the screen. She finds Sabali. Sabali rattles it in under the basket. Or Sabali. Asia Wilson still on the court with 3 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Don't know why, coach. You might need to get her out of there. You don't need a freak injury. 68-94 is the score. Number 23 for the Flame, Johannes, hits a 3. 71-94. 3 minutes on the clock. Another 3-point shot. All right, that ball might have been blocked. It is going to go out of bounds to the Flame, and Asia Wilson leaves the court. And she didn't have to do my boy Clark like that, though. Sabali, that's what I'm going to call it, gets the ball in. They find Prince. Screen set by number 5. That'll be Thornton. Prince still has the ball. Crossover. Goes up. It is a foul is going to be called on Clark. Stewart has been out of the game for a while. Probably was at about the 5-minute mark. Coaches went ahead and decided to take her out. All right, there's your score, 71-94. Looks like this Aces team is going to remain undefeated at home. Tell you what. They've got a squad. They have a squad. Let's change the music for you guys. Nope, not that. Alright, we'll take that one. Alright. Team stats. With 2 minutes and 48 seconds on the clock, looks like the Las Vegas Aces are going to win this one. Both coaches have cleared their benches. New York, 22 points in the first quarter to Las Vegas is 28. Second quarter, 20-21. Third quarter, 14-27. And right now, New York being outscored by Las Vegas 18-15. Shooting percentages for both teams, the Flame 46.7 and the Aces 57.6. 3-point shooting. 7 of 18 for the Flame for 38.9, 9 of 21 for 42.9% for the Aces. Free throw shooting, let's see. Oh, nope, they let me down. I so badly wanted to give the WNBA props on something. At least maybe they could shoot free throws better than the guys on a regular basis. But the Flame have let me down. They are 9 of 13, and that's not bad. That's not terrible. But that leaves them at 69.2%. Or the Aces have only missed one. They are 9 of 10 for 90%. So maybe it's just groups of, maybe it's certain teams. You know what I'm saying? And so we could find those teams in the NBA. Those teams that shoot free throws very well every night. You know, so no difference. The guys still outdo the girls on that too, it looks like. Rebounding, 30-26. Lead by the Liberty. Let's skip down to the assist, 20-30. That goes to the Las Vegas Aces. Turnovers, 17 by New York. Can't win like that. 17 by New York, 17-7. That's the turnover ratio. Or the turnover differences. All right, Prince hits both her free throws for the Flame. And we got a stoppage in play. And while we do that,
Jackie was third in the league in three-point shooting, 48%. Chelsea just ahead of her second.
I can change the score.
Three-point shooting at 49%. That's just behind the arc, but just on the floor in general. They're shooting above those numbers. The efficiency is way up. Like the finger roll, can't get it.
All right, Clark can't hit. 2 minutes, 28 seconds on the clock. Prince comes off the screen, gives it back to Sabali. She figures out a way to put it in the basket. She has 6 points off the bench tonight. 70. All right, let me turn this music down before I get a copyright strike. And that time Bell with the smooth fade hits her basket. Sabali gets it back. Now she's looking for someone to pass it to. Now she's going to do it by herself. Goes up strong. Can't finish this time. It is knocked out of bounds by the Aces. Number 13, George. 75-96 to score with 1 minute and 48 seconds on the clock. Johannes got that one to Prince. Back to Prince for a long three. Bank is no good. Had to shoot it. George with the rebound. Almost turns it over. And the Aces slow it down. I think this is Clark on the baseline. She kicked it to number 51, which is Colson. And Colson is going to be called for a travel. And maybe that was Clark who was called for a travel. Not sure. But it's a turnover with 1 minute and 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. LA, or Las Vegas, in a huge lead, 96-75. Ionescu, that's not Ionescu. She's not out there anymore. That's Johannes. Gets it back to Prince. Prince crosses over, goes to the basket, draws the body in the foul, and the point is good. Oh, they just said she's been in the league 15 years. Look at this crossover.
Still got game now.
She won a championship in 2020.
15 years. Wow.
Two-time All-Star.
And she hits the free throw. Prince, the old school, still out there. 15 years. She got to be, her and Taurasi got to be two of the oldest. 51, not sure who she is, but she's out there George with the jumper, and it's good.
Spin and rotation on the jumper.
That's what George can do. She can step away. She can shoot it. She's a terrific passer.
Sabali gets that over.
Brings point to the Aces.
But Johanna still dribbling, picks up her dribble, gets at the Prince. Long three. It's good.
All good. And France padding her stats.
With 21 seconds on the clock, 81-98 is the score. 51 kicks it back out. Looks like Clark is going to hold it. And the coaches meet at 7 seconds. 81-98 is your score. And in fact, the final score. I think they're talking about how the Aces have all their players. They're healthy, and the Flame are still missing at least a couple of pieces. And if they get those back, they'll be a different team. Is one of the reasons why their record is so good. So might be interesting to check out the next game they end up playing. Once both teams are all healthy, are both healthy. I can take a look right here. I think, all right, the Aces, the Liberty, this is the first one, Liberty Aces. The Aces win the first one. The next one is going to be July the 6th. July the 6th. Aces visit the Liberty. They go to New York. That's going to be on ABC. So in a couple of weeks. Right? We'll get to see. Heck, what was it? A couple? Is it not even a couple of weeks? Like 1 week. We get to see them play again. I may stream that one. Who knows? 4 likes. I appreciate you guys. 4 likes, only 15 views. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. But thank you for the people who did stop by. Andrew, you're the man. I appreciate it. For those who watch this later on, or thumb through, if you will, and watch this later on, make sure you hit that like button. And leave a comment in the comment section. That could be done even after the game is over with. All right, so there's one thing I do want to do before I get out of here, and let's just go over the top scores, the top 3 scores for each team. For the New York Liberty, it was Stewart with 16, Jones with 13, and Vandersloot with 10. And also Johannes off the bench later in the game had 10 points. For Las Vegas, Parker 15 points, Asia Wilson 16, Chester Gray 14, Kelsey Plum 18, Young 15. Yeah, I know I said top 3, but all right, you had Parker and Young both with 15. You had Asia Wilson with 16 and Plum with 18. But you can't leave out Chelsea Gray, MVP. She had 14 points. And that was it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging around. Oh, by the way, the Phoenix got another win finally, 85-63 over Indiana, with 21.9 seconds on the clock. Minnesota is tied up with Seattle. Interesting. Let's see. Maybe they'll go into overtime. And it looks like they will. double zeros on the clock. Minnesota Lynx 87, Seattle Storm 87. And let me see if I can find this. Alright, where are you? Here you go. 206, coach. Come on, the game is not over yet. The game is not over yet. Okay, we will find it. Maybe we'll find it. In the fourth quarter, we got a tie score, 87-87. And it was just on. I guess they didn't anticipate there being a tie score, so I can't find it real easy right now, but I know it's here. Quick pitch, Tiger to be announced. Game time. Hey, that's got to be it right there. Courtside, because the game's not over yet. All right, but they're showing tennis. That is not what I want to see. Ah, come on. See, there's no telling, because there might be something else that comes on, and even though this game is tied up and it's overtime, they may have decided, you know what, we're just going to bring on the next scheduled program and not finish this out. So at least, if nothing else, I can I can have the score like this. Okay, let's see if I can find my mixed channel right here. I might be able to get it accidentally. I don't know where that channel is automatically. Wow. Wow. Come on. just a hour and a half ago, I found them. I found those games with no problem. All right, let's go with let's see, the sports mix. Okay, where are you? Y'all gonna let me go over there? Ah, so you're gonna be funny about it, huh? Come on, let's go. All right, 221. All right. All right, so with 3 minutes and 3 minutes left on the clock, Seattle in the lead, 93-90 to Minnesota. This is the WNBA. 2 seconds on the clock, and Seattle ran out of time. Yeah, when you see it not, when you see nothing coming out of it. Huh? Nice jumper. All right, Seattle. So that's Seattle with the ball now in the lead, 2 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. There was a there was a tie. There was a tie. So we're now looking at the overtime game between the Minnesota Lynx and the Seattle. Or is it Seattle Storm.
We have not seen Mercedes Russell in this game. And McNagor has played 39 minutes. She is leading the way.
That might be a cramp, Elise, the way they're stretching it. That might be a cramp.
She's played 39 minutes, so,
that's right.
You know, but those hurt. She's got to get a little hydration in overtime. You don't want to burn time out, but how
got to get more than hydration.
McNagor, she's the anchor of the defense, and I like this from Jewel Lloyd. I get the timeout. I get her some water. You see some electrolytes probably put in there. Massage that calf during the timeout. She's too valuable. She's guarding Collier right now. She's your defensive anchor. And Holmes is already fouled out. You got a rookie in Dulcie on the floor, so.
Jewel Lloyd with 39, Sammy Whitcomb with 22 on 7 of 10, 5 of 7 from behind the arc. She's been quiet in overtime, wasn't quiet the rest of the game, that's for sure.
Yeah, she is an outside sniper. You cannot leave Sammy Whitcomb. And getting in the lane for the three-point opportunity, firing this team up. The veteran has more experience than anybody else on this Storm roster. And doing a nice job of leading the squad today.
Nah, no need to try that. Just put a 0 here and be done with it. All right, Minnesota with the ball, trailing. That is Minnesota, right? All the way jumper is good. No, Seattle Storm is in black. Seattle Storm, 95. And Minnesota with the ball now. Minnesota, they shoot a 3. That goes in. Tied again with 1 minute and 51 seconds left on the clock. Seattle brings the ball down there, walking across half court.
Punch to the face after another. You keep thinking that one team's going to pull away
Picks up a dribble. Cutter behind the back. Doesn't go, but a big rebound by Dulcie. Looking like a track star out there. Seattle Storm go up by 1. Allen kicks it. 3-point basket up. Short. Rebound number 32. Seattle brings it down. They have a 2-point lead with 1 minute left on the clock.
Just gonna milk it. Chance to go ahead 2 possessions. Jewel with a career high.
Jewel drives, throws it up off the glass, doesn't go, rebound.
And a timeout by Cheryl Reed.
And Seattle calls a timeout.
The shot making tonight, Elise, has been.
Actually, that's Minnesota calls a timeout.
Now, what do you do here? Defense, Phantom all over her. Reverse pivot baseline over the top of the defense. Unguardable. Then Phantom checks the shot, gets her feet set, and right in the face of Dulcie hits the 3 is the answer. Then the miss from Whitcomb, you think, all right, stop, but Dulcie just too physical for Allen, and she's got those 5 fouls, so continuing to work the glass.
18 views, 4 likes. Hey, that's better than the last time. All right, so we got 46 seconds left, and I'll just stay here until the end of this game. We'll stay here to the end of this game, and then we'll get out of here.
2 straight stops.
They weren't able to convert there. The second Storm player all time with 40 or more points, Jewel Lloyd. The first being what was a WNBA record, Lauren Jackson in 2007 with 47 in overtime against the Washington Mystics.
Jewel Lloyd with 41 points tonight.
Chance to get that 47-1 if Minnesota's forced a foul.
There was a whistle on the floor, and it was on the black portion of the signage on the court, and nobody could see it. So the fans actually assisted Claire Aubrey to find the whistle, or that would have been dangerous.
Absolutely. That's right where Michael Price went down this one.
Here we go. Seattle up 2. Allen with the basketball. U-Hawks top side. They try to get it to Collier. Good defense by McNamara. Miller has it. Steps through.
Short rebound, and she has fouled. That's going to be a Minnesota player. It's foul.
And that's 5 on McNamara. Neither team has used their review tonight.
Let's see right here. I would review that. That is
Number 13 for Seattle. That's going to be out of bounds. 29 seconds left. 3-point shot was there. She did not take it. 21. Oh, it's good. No good. Rebound. It's going to be a jump ball.
It's a jump ball, but with Dojkic and Collier, so a big advantage here for Minnesota. And because that hit
Minnesota still has a chance right here. It was a tie ball game at the end of regulation, so they went into overtime. It's now a 2-point lead by Seattle Storm from 19 seconds and 19.2 seconds on the clock.
Gets it to Bam. Smart play up, and Seattle, boy, they got quick hands on that. Jewel Lloyd wanted a jump, and they got the timeout instead. These two teams played to a 104-93 game Tuesday in a game that was much closer than the final score. And then this one tonight in overtime.
17.5 seconds left in this one. Tip, 21 gets the ball. Calls a timeout very quickly.
We win the jump, immediate timeout, but that's about as immediate as you're going to get, because that was
They called that timeout as soon as she got the rebound in the air.
Cheryl Reeve, one of the best to do it, acted like there's plenty of time. She clearly had it. And now we'll see what they do on the road. The assumption is you go for three. You don't want to extend it with this crowd backing Seattle.
All right, with 17.5 seconds on the clock.
Much more electric from inside the three-point line. Your best player, you want to get her the basketball. She's 1 of 4 from deep.
Seattle, excuse me, the Lynx with the ball.
From three that you really have to switch every screen. She cannot get a look.
On their end, they got to score right here. They could go for a three and win it. Well, try to win it. Oh, nice play. She turned down the wide open shot. Travel might have been called. Wasn't. Scoop shot is good. And it's tied up again, ladies and gentlemen. 97-97 with 11.2 seconds on the clock.
Don't mind that. You get the last shot. 11 seconds. That was a quick bucket. You take a bucket.
Oh, travel.
You get it. There's no
Travel was not called.
Dulcie Mingiato in the area. But
Definitely travel. There was definitely a travel, but it was not called. And since it wasn't called, Coach, you got to draw something up. Tied up, 97-97. With 11 minutes and 2 seconds, 11.2 seconds left on the clock. Seattle with the ball, with a chance to win.
Try to lose the defense, make them shift, and then get it preferably to Jewel Lloyd, who has just been so clutch in her career.
Jewel Lloyd with 40 points.
Advantage Minnesota is they have a foul to give here. So when Jewel starts into her movement towards the shot, she's got to start anticipating that she's probably going to get fouled, and maybe she can rise and get a shooting foul if she knows the foul is coming.
Well, it's also going to depend on where they get the ball to her. There's Lloyd on the right side who has scored 40 points. At least 40 points, maybe even 41 points. Lloyd and Miller looking like sisters. 11.2 seconds on the clock, and the crowd, which they can't pan out too far, because then you'll see how few people are in the auditorium.
But best case scenario, you go with about 6, put the shot up with about 3, so you have time for an offensive rebound.
Ball being guarded on the inbound, on the side.
They got a sharpshooter in Whitcomb. It's going to screen away for Jewel.
Got to get that ball in. Throws it in. Gets it in. Jewel has it. And loses it. Loses it out of bounds. So Seattle doesn't even get a shot at the basket.
And now a timeout by Cheryl Reeve. Boy, this game has had more twists and turns in the last 6
Let's see exactly what happened.
Looking up at the defense and kicks it away, and you can see by her reaction that's amazing.
First foul was not called. Well, first bump was not called, and then Jewel composing herself to look at the defense, dribbles that ball off of her foot. So now it goes back to the Lynx, tied up 7.6.
Sharpshooter from outside. Collier 10 of 20. 29 points. She's had an amazing game. But Seattle has done a pretty good job recently holding her down.
All right, let's just get another. Let's just have another overtime. Another 5 minutes.
Every second she's been in the game.
Well, I mean, the advantage right now squarely to Minnesota. With that teeter-totter win probability. 7 seconds left.
Ow.
Tie game.
Another 5 minutes.
You want to just get in the lane and finish or get fouled. go in just a second. And for Seattle, you're trying to keep your hands back,
Yeah, I can't see
send
that.
this thing in to double overtime. And it's tough because if they come downhill at you,
All right, Lynx with the ball. 7.6 seconds on the clock. They get it inbounds pretty easily. Fakes the handoff, goes to the basket, turns around. Jumper is good. 1.8 seconds on the clock. Throws it, she shoots it. It's not going to be good enough. And the Lynx win this one. Big number 24, Collier, with a turnaround jumper, scores and wins the game. 99-97.
She had 33 on Tuesday, 31 tonight, 64 points in 3 days from Wnba Collier.
Yeah, she is just an absolute star. Love watching her play and how much she can fill up the box score. Back-to-back 30-point games, but add in the 8 boards, 5 assists, 6 block shots, and then the game winner. And that was a tough make by Wnba. That was not an easy one.
What a name, Wnba.
Well, you talk about two teams that are better than their record. There is no question these two teams are better than their record. Jewel Lloyd, a career high 41-point performance on 15 of 35.
All right, with that said, I will be getting out of here, but I've got to take a look at this game. It went into overtime. The Lynx outscored the Storm by 2. Jewel Lloyd ended up with 40 points, as you will see right here in a minute. But Wnba Collier for the Lynx, 31 points. Juhas, 11 points. McBride, 19. Allen, 5. And Miller with 19. Man, they sure share the points in the WNBA. For the Seattle Storm, what's that? McBeggar, 16 points. Jewel Lloyd with 41. Nurse, 3. Dolchik with 7. Off the bench, Whitcomb with 22 points. And then finally, the team stats, and we won't go through this all the way, but we'll just take a look. You know what I want to look at? Free throws. Free throws, 20. The Lynx, 20 of 25 for 80%. And the Seattle Storm, 84%, 16 of 19. Wow, you hit 2 more. You hit 100%, you win this game. What about the turnovers? 10 to 19. Wow, Seattle, 19 turnovers. All right, with that said, I am getting ready to get out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Those few people who did hang out. And I'll see you next time. I'm Coach Gary. Later. All right, let's see. Let's see here.